Bowmaster 619 here. Excuse me, I'm currently in a parking garage. And why is it not taking my thing? What the heck? There it goes. These things can be so temperamental sometimes. So, hello everybody, how are you doing? And up and through and... holy crap, how many paper bags do you need in that office, buddy? So yes, I have just completed a day of massage. And it was a very good day, actually. And I am now currently heading home. Or potentially heading to get something to eat, I'm not sure yet. Okay. I was about to say, where does this guy think he's going? Thank you! Oh, so those are the guys that are making all the music. Okay, cool. I was pulling out of the parking garage and I'm hearing all this music going on. It sounds like there's a full-fledged marching band coming down 16th Street here. But no, it turns out it was actually 2, maybe 3 people. I think it was 3 people because I could hear drums, which you only need one person to play drums, even if it's a mobile one like that. There's a surprising amount you can do with a mobile drum set. A saxophone player, and what I believe was also a trombone player. I mean, I spent numerous years in band, so it's fairly easy for me to identify a lot of those instruments. I mean, I was right next to them for probably 10 years, so I know what they each individually sound like. Either way, they sounded great. But I think they had some speakers hooked up because it was sounding way louder than what they initially more than likely should have been able to do. I mean, I know that sounds travel a lot better in cities, or at least they sound louder in cities because of the compacted area. So that's either it's because of the speakers, because I saw that one of them did have a microphone, so it's either because of the fact that they did in fact use speakers for their performance, or it's the fact that since we're in the city, sound kind of reverberates everywhere fairly easily. So, you know, whatever the case is, they honestly sounded pretty good. If I would have been able to, I would have went ahead and rolled down the windows so maybe you could have heard it, but by the time I was actually driving past the people that were making the music, they weren't actually playing anymore. They had finished the song they were on and were kind of deciding what the next song they were going to play was. You know, that's one of the things that is extremely interesting about working in the city. And more than likely, it doesn't matter what city it is you're working in. If it's a big city, you can probably see things like this fairly often. You know, but that's one thing that I truly enjoy about working here in Denver, is there are so many different people you get to see. And not just from my job of working as a massage therapist, because I get to see a lot of people doing that, but even just the amount of people that you encounter when walking around places such as the 16th Street Mall. Not only that, but working right next to the 16th Street Mall is a lot of fun as well, because that way you have a lot of opportunity for different places, not only to like eat, but a lot of really neat stores to check out too. Here we go into the bottleneck. Pull forward, I don't want to be in this intersection! There we go. So, today, I would specifically like to go ahead and give a shout out to Zombie Go Boom. Link is in the description below for their latest video. And, you know, for one, I'm just a very big fan of Zombie Go Boom. I have been ever since I first discovered their channel. And they've been hit really hard with this YouTube adpocalypse crap as well. You know, a lot of the channels that I watch have been impacted by it because they're not necessarily the really big channels that you see out there, you know, like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or PewDiePie, which I don't even watch PewDiePie, or any of those other really big ones. I don't really watch most of those. I watch Markiplier. I enjoy watching Markiplier. Sometimes I watch Jacksepticeye, but, you know. Point being, for those channels that are a bit smaller, such as Zombie Go Boom, such as the Slingshot channel, LA Beast, different channels like that, they all have been impacted quite severely by all this stuff that's going on with YouTube. So I gladly will pledge myself to my favorite channels if I think there's some way I can help them out. Whoa, I'm grinding gears. Hello, Edit. Been wondering, whereabout are you located? I live in Colorado, and my massage job currently is located in Denver. I live 40 miles away from Denver, though, so my commute is quite fun. I need to trim my mustache. But, now I completely lost my train of thought on it. Oh, right, smaller channels and such. So I pledge my support wherever I can, and I've been a member of Zombie Go Boom's Patreon for a long time, and I'm even on Messenger with Chuck Murray, one of the main proprietors of Zombie Go Boom, and me and him chat back and forth every now and then. But what's really cool about the newest video, I live in Vancouver, which is directly north of Portland, or our traffic here is beyond ridiculous. Yeah, I can believe that. I mean, Spear Boulevard here in Denver is horrendous around rush hour. I'm talking both morning and evening rush hour. And then I-25, forget about it. You know, once I hit I-76, I-76 is still pretty bad, at least up until I get to right around where it merges over to Highway 85. I know this doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense for anyone who doesn't live in Colorado, but I'm just describing some of the roads and how bad they can be. Pretty much don't have a rush hour anymore. It's just all day, every day. Even Sundays. Wow. I mean, yeah, I-25 is still pretty bad. That's one of the major highways in northern Colorado. Let me put it that way. In northern Colorado, it's one of the most major highways there is. Essentially heading from east to west and north to south, because they keep changing the direction they're going, but generally speaking, we have three major highways that go from north to south. That is I-76, Highway 85, and I-25. Out of the three of those, I-76 is the lesser of all three evils. Matter of fact, once I get to the merge point that goes from 76 merging either to I-85 or heading to I-76, just staying on I-76, once I get to that point, then it's just fairly clear traffic all the way until I hit the next road I need to go to get home. But up until then it's just like, ugh! So, yeah, for anyone who has to drive in rush hour traffic or even just has horrendous traffic around there, you kind of get what I'm talking about. Hello, Russ. Nice to see ya. And we are a complete gridlock right now. I was thinking you should get a camera that points forward, and if possible, you could do that video in video so we can see in front of you too. If I had a way to do two different cameras for live streaming, trust me, I would gladly do it. I mean, potentially, I could, hello, Louisa, nice to see you here. Potentially, I could get myself a phone mount that points forward out the windshield so that you guys don't even necessarily see me. You just see the traffic going on around me and my surroundings. You know, if I ever want to do a rant or something like that, then I can go ahead and just pre-record what I'm going to say and then upload it later on. I know quite a few channels that do that. But it is what it is. every now and then I try to be able to hold up the phone and just kind of show you what's going on around me and some of the areas that I do drive in. But I don't know if there is, in fact, a way... Well, maybe there is. I know you can get, like, I know there are ways that you can get, cameras that are kind of like GoPros. They're sports cameras or whatever you want to call them, where you can hook them up via Wi-Fi to your phone so that you can record on that. Because I know York Sprava recently was, what's the word I'm thinking of here? Sponsored by GearBeast. And they have a few different sports cameras like that you can hook up directly to your phone via Wi-Fi. And so then you can essentially control what you see through your phone. You know, you can see whatever is on the camera, and you can hit pause, stop, record, all that stuff. And you can literally see exactly what's going on and have the camera in a different place. They have a limited range, but if I can do that somehow with my data instead of Wi-Fi and live stream directly to YouTube through that camera through my phone, I have no idea if that's possible or not. That might be getting way too complex right there. But if that was possible, I would gladly do that so you guys can really see what it is that I look at. The only other problem there is that if I have a camera that's pointed away from me, I wouldn't be able to actually read any of the comments. You know, that's the only other slight downside to that, but, you know, whatever's possible, I'll definitely look into that. Again, I have no idea how to connect a second camera up to my phone like that, but, you know, it is what it is. If there's a way to have it to where it's using the back-facing camera, like if I can have it a little higher up on the dash here or something, and have it to where it's using the back-facing camera up in front, but I can still see through the screen here, the comments and stuff, then I'd gladly do that. That would make things way simpler than trying to hook up another camera. Oh yeah, Trainer Tip does that. He is a Pokemon Go YouTuber. Huh. I'm not surprised that people have actually been able to make YouTube channels out of that. I've never been a terribly big fan of Pokemon, honestly. I mean, I enjoyed the show when it was on. The first season was amazing. The second season was, it was okay. It was the third season that I really stopped caring. But I've never really been a big fan of the video games or the card game. You know, I have friends that are, like, obsessed with that. And since Pokemon Go came out, they're even more so obsessed. It's like, okay, whatever you want to do. Never really got into the standard games or show, but love Pokemon Go. But to each their own. It's just not something that I'm terribly interested in. Never really have been. I mean, it is nice that they finally made a game that actually is a virtual-esque kind of game that does actually make you get up and move. You know, I guess you could say they kind of started doing that with the Wii, and I own a Wii. I don't play it as often as I used to, but never really got into this. Oh, wait, that's what you already said earlier. Matter of fact, I've re-hooked up my Wii recently, and I'm back to playing Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. I love that game. That is by far one of my all-time favorite games. I think why it's so popular is us non-social people use it as an excuse to be outside but not have to look up and interact with other people. I can see that. I can see that. I can easily see that. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Traffic's actually moving pretty good now. Sweet. But yes, the reason that I am shouting out Zombie Go Boom is that, surprisingly enough, in their latest video, my picture is actually featured in the video. I thought it was really cool. Smartass. I thought that was really awesome. We've talked back and forth a few times. I've asked about doing a collaboration with them, but they've never really gotten back with me about the collaboration there. But they actually did feature my picture in the latest episode, so I thought that was really cool. And I'm always trying to give shout-outs to other channels. I know my channel isn't very big, but anywhere that I can help out other channels that I enjoy, I do as often as I can. And you've heard me give shout-outs to various channels numerous times. Whether it's Slingshot channel, Zombie Go Boom, Scalagrim, I give shout-outs wherever I can. And shout-outs to all the channels watching right now, as a matter of fact. Shout-out to Edit HD, shout-out to Russ, shout-out to Louisa. No, shout-out to everybody. Go check out their channels. It's been a while since I've checked on some of the channels, but either way, they've all got awesome content, so please be sure to go check them out. And this is for anybody in post. I only have a goofy video of my cat destroying my Destiny 2 Pop Tarts. Okay. Not sure what a cat's doing attacking Pop Tarts, but whatever. That reminds me, I've actually got a funny story for the video here. Yesterday, I was trolling around on Facebook a little bit, and I saw a post that I thought was quite funny. It said, "Okay, Reddit, what is the most intelligent thing you've ever seen your pet do?" And one of the people on there said, "So the other day, I was hanging out with my cat, and my cat yawned. So to be a smart aleck, I put my finger in their mouth. So they closed their mouth, didn't bite down hard, but looked at me curiously like, 'What are you doing, human?' About 10 minutes later, my cat is laying on my chest. I yawn, and my cat proceeds to stick their entire paw in my mouth." So I thought that one was quite hilarious. She knocked him off the shelf and into her water bowl. Oh, that's fun. Oh, gee, that would be freaking hilarious. Yes, I completely agree. That would have been a very good one to have been able to catch on film, that's for sure. Why are we slowing down? Oh, we're coming up to another bottleneck, I see. But yes, if you guys know the channel Zombie Go Boom, or even if you haven't checked them out, check out their latest video. It's really cool. It brings back to life some of their older videos that they've had in past times. This one in particular is 5 badass weapons from horror movies, if I remember correctly. And for those of you that don't know what Zombie Go Boom actually is, they're a channel where they actually have anatomically correct zombie skull analogs, which are, of course, based on human skulls, obviously. And they are the most accurate skulls that are available on the market today, and they test out various different items against them to see what will keep you alive in the zombie apocalypse. Now, obviously, this is all just for entertainment purposes, and it's not meant to promote violence or anything. It's purely for educational and entertainment purposes. And for a short while, they had a series they called Halloween Monster Mash, which is where they would essentially take scenarios from different horror movies and test them out on their Ivan heads to see if, basically saying, if any of these killers are actually human, there's no way they would have been able to survive this. They did Michael Myers, they did Jason Voorhees, they had an episode a long time ago that featured Freddy Krueger. You know, it's a lot of fun. I've always enjoyed the channel, so please be sure to check them out. And in the latest video, keep your eyes open for my picture. You'll know it when you see it. Let's see. A leaf blew across the road. I want a bumper sticker that says, "I stopped for leaves, because I think they're critters." That's amusing. The bumper stickers that always crack me up in that regard are the ones that say, if you tailgate me, I go slower just to piss you off. Which is exactly what I do. It's like, if you're riding my bumper and I'm already going over the speed limit here, I will purposely slow down just to make you even more mad. Because it's like, seriously, there is absolutely no reason to be tailgating me like that. Hello, Scammo Network. Thank you for joining. Nice to see you here. Like if someone honks the second the light turns green. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's like, it just turned green. Give me a second to go, people. But, when the person sits there for like 5 seconds and doesn't move, then it's just like, give them a couple quick honks to say, hey, wake up, pal, we gotta go. Happy to be here, thanks. How's everyone doing today? Well, excuse me. I'm not sure how everyone in the stream's doing, but I know I feel pretty good. I just got an adjustment done, a chiropractic adjustment. I get adjusted every day that I work in Denver, so, definitely one of the perks of actually working at a health place like where I work. Integrative Healthcare Clinic, that's what we're called. That's not the name, but that's what we are. So let me go ahead and set that up. All limber now. More so than I was, at least. I'm hoping to be able to get myself in for some PNF training soon. I'm trying to remember what the heck PNF actually does stand for. I cannot remember what PNF stands for, but it's a type of muscle stretching that helps to improve range of motion, mobility, flexibility, and it feels amazing. It's assisted stretching, pretty much. Oh, I've wondered about that. I wish I could do all that. I have horrible back pain. If at all possible, definitely look into chiropractic care if you're able to, and if you have decent chiropractors in the area. And also look into massage therapy. A lot of people are very insecure about it and skeptical about massage therapy, but it is a genuine medical practice. For everyone that just thinks, oh, it's just for pampering, it's not actually medical. Bull. I can tell you how much good it does medically. Always thought about checking that out. Yes, by all means, please do. Chiropractic and any kind of holistic healing like that, chiropractic care, physical therapy, massage therapy, even different kinds of energy work. And I'm not necessarily talking some of the more kind of cuckoo ones out there. I'm trying to get epidural injection to relieve my back pain. Ooh, those are not fun. I know that. I've had that done, and it was amazing. I didn't realize how much pain. I just got used to that until I had massage therapy, but then my insurance dropped massage. I hate that. That's what is nice, though, is that a lot of insurances now do cover massage therapy. It really sucks that yours doesn't anymore. But that's what's nice, is that quite a few of them out there now do actually support and cover massage therapy. So that's definitely a bonus. Don't necessarily have back pain or like that, but I drive a lot, and sometimes I just feel like a pretzel after driving for so long. Know what I mean? You're looking at a guy that has to drive several hours every single day, so yes, I do know exactly what you mean. And not only that, excuse me, I had to get my ears popped there. I was getting some pressure built up. Not only that, but what a lot of people honestly don't understand is the fact that pain is the last thing to show up. Tension and tightness are always going to be the first things to show up. It was amazing. I would go home and clean my house, work in the yard, do projects. It dawned on me she didn't just make my injury feel better. I had just normalized everyday back pain. Yeah? And that's the thing. Pain is always the very last thing to show up. It's the tension and the tightness that shows up first, and that's your body telling you, hey, something's wrong. You need to get this looked at. You need to change something. You know, and our bodies are masters at making sure we're able to keep doing what we need to do. Now, I'm not necessarily going to fully endorse what I'm going to say, but I can say be careful about where you go, because there are some places that are definitely better than others. And I myself have had bad experience with places like My Chiro Now. And those are the places where you go in and get an adjustment for $25. I've only gone to one of those places twice, and I felt horrible each time afterwards. I'm going to have to now. Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm constantly promoting holistic healing like that. Chiropractic, massage, it's all amazing as long as you know where to go. And another thing to really look into, honestly, acupuncture. I know a lot of people are terrified of needles, but acupuncture needles are so small, unless the area is severely inflamed, you're really not gonna feel that much, except for the amazing after effects of it. Now, I will say, ever hear of, okay, what? Vasovagal? I have no idea what that is, and that doesn't necessarily sound terribly appropriate either. I've heard of Vagisil, but that's about it. Vasovagal? No, that is one I am not particularly familiar with. What is that? It's the huge nerve in your body. For some of us, we get an injection, it will make you faint. Huh. No, I am not familiar with that nerve. I'm familiar with the sciatic nerve, which I know is an extremely large nerve ending in your body, an extremely large nerve in general. That's interesting. It's not just a fear of needles. It's an actual physical reaction to them. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, that definitely makes more sense. Excuse me, I'm just feeling how hot my phone's getting. I've noticed that when I do live streams, my phone gets really hot. And if you're hearing some kind of wind in the background, I apologize. That's the sound of my air conditioner. That's how I keep my phone from overheating. I've got it directly over the air conditioning vent. But if there is a legitimate condition about that, then that is very interesting. That's good to know. But I'm talking about just the people in general that just... I've just found that terribly interesting, in my opinion, how there are certain people out there that are like street fighters or something like that. They're not afraid to face down a 350-pound MMA fighter, but they go running out the door at the thought of getting a shot. I never knew that either, so that's actually really cool. My dad and I were told we have that by a nurse. Doing a lane change here, and it is starting to rain pretty good. And a doctor, cause we get super woozy and nauseous and dizzy, and we start losing our vision and hearing You lose your hearing and vision after an injection? Woo! That's not fun. I know that at the location I have, I'm out of them at this point in time, but when I first got signed up, I had a series of injections that I got pretty much every day that I worked. You know, and they're in different areas of the body. They're trigger point injections, and they're made to help relax and alleviate the tension in some areas of the body that are really bad. And honestly, they're not that bad. It depends on where you get them for sure on how bad they can be. But essentially, they're not steroid injections. They don't use steroids where I'm at, but they use like lidocaine and a few other ingredients in them. And they're basically just anti-inflammatories. So that helps, it injects the area. You'll feel the burning and the pain when they inject it, but then that slowly goes for that particular area. Yep, because we were about to pass out. If we lay, the road is very bumpy right here. If we lay down or put our head down towards the ground or drink out of it, but apparently the nerve it's the nerve shutting down. That is very interesting, actually. Gotta go, man. I'll catch you next time. Take it easy, everybody. See you later, buddy. Nice of you to join in with us. Thank you very much for joining in. See you next time. How'd you crash? You back. Yes, and I am still paying very close attention to the road in front of me. Like I said, once I get onto I-76, traffic really isn't that bad, and I make sure to keep plenty of room between me and the cars in front of me. I am trying to be very self-conscious about what I'm doing while I'm driving, so I apologize if I'm making you guys nervous, but it's the only way that I can still properly communicate with you guys while I'm doing the live stream. So I apologize if I'm making you guys at all nervous because of that. But I can tell you, the worst injections that I personally got with my time where I'm working were the ones I had to get in my skull. Ugh. Even thinking back on those ones. Ugh. I had to get one on each side in my temple, in the temporalis, and one on each side right here at the joint of the masseter. So, while those ones really didn't hurt quite that much, it's more the psychological game of seeing someone coming towards your head with a needle. That's where it's just like, Ugh! You know, watching them go towards your knee or your arm or something like that, that's not as bad. I wonder if there's a program that will read your comments out loud for you. That would be awesome if that was the case. The idea of that makes me woozy now. Yeah, I can imagine so. But for me, the other ones that were kind of bad, just psychologically speaking, were the ones that I got in my low back, simply because my low back is usually fairly tight. You know, I have quite a few problems there. So, getting an injection there, those ones did genuinely hurt. But the worst one psychologically was still these ones right here. Or were still these ones here. Let me use proper grammar here. Holy smokes, have I really been live streaming for almost 35 minutes now? Wow. You wait your turn, my friend. Department of Corrections Emergency Vehicle. Huh, that's interesting. That's the vehicle that's in front of me right now. I'll never have kids because I don't want that epidural thing in the spine. Oh, it's story time now. Now that you've mentioned that, it's story time. When my son William was being born, that is a day I will never forget. I remember because it was about 7:30 in the morning. My phone rings, and my girlfriend calls me up and says, "Hey, my water just broke. I'm going into labor." And me so groggy, I'm just kind of like, "Huh? Your water just broke?" She's like, "Yep." "Oh, okay. I will get dressed and do you want me to take you to the hospital, or are you gonna be able to make it there yourself?" It's like, "I can get there myself, so I'll meet you at the hospital." Like, okay. And that's about how the conversation went right there. You know, I was not panicked at all by it, which everyone thought was so weird. So, you know, I get out of bed, and I go in and I wait, and I talk to my mom and dad. I'm like, "Hey, by the way, Leslie just went into labor." It's like, "Oh, is she okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, she's fine. She's on her way to the hospital." Then they just kind of stop and look at me and go, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why?" You know, so then I called up my best friend, David, the one you've seen on my channel before. His name is, he's professionally known as Monkey. I call him up, and he had the typical reaction. I'm sorry if this looks weird. I'm trying to get my ear to pop. Oh, that's why this lady is going fast. There's a truck there. Anyway, I call him up and let him know that Leslie has gone into labor. And what I hear on the other end of the line there is, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God." And I'm like, dude, are you the one going into labor, or is Leslie? Because it was funny, because he had this typical reaction. But I get to the hospital, and she's in the room, and once the pain starts setting in, then she says, "Yes, I would like to get the epidural." "Oh, the needle?" Yeah, she got the epidural. And it was not a typical birth by any means, by what most people know. I was calm for the whole thing. Leslie was calm for the whole thing. No one else was freaking out about it, and everyone kept looking at me like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you not panicking right now?" So, yep, I would be boogieing out there right then. Yeah, people just couldn't believe that I was not in a panicked state about it. It's like, what's there to be panicked about? You know, it's a birth. My son is being born. That's something to be happy about, not something to be panicking about. You know, so I'm sorry if that was kind of a boring story there, but you know, I just always look back on it and laugh because everyone was essentially freaking out because I wasn't freaking out. You know, that's what I find funny about it. Well, so much for me getting any kind of filming done outside today. That's not happening. Oh, yawn to pop your ear. Okay. I thought you were saying yawn because of my story. I apologize. That was my miscommunication there. My misunderstanding. Doggone it. Whew. Okay, my hands are getting cold. I need to change this back over to heat now. Oh dear. The guy was pulled over and fixing his windshield wiper. Looks like it popped off while he was going down the road. That's not good. Okay. Wow! Fog! Go away! I can't freaking see! Okay, clear up, please. Clear up, please. I want to see the freaking road. Okay, that's a bit better now. There was a 7.2 earthquake in Papua New Guinea, and I can't find a beach camera for the tsunami threat. What? Is that a new thing they're supposed to be installing, is some kind of a camera to show you if there's a tsunami on the way? Because that would make perfect sense if they had that. At least then they'd have a little bit more of a freaking heads up for it. Everyone remember that massive tsunami that hit Japan a few years ago? That was intense to watch. Just most beaches now have live cameras, but I can't find one. Huh. That's interesting. You'd think that would make those a little bit easier to be able to find. Oh, I've watched every video from that and the Boxing Day one. So I assume then you've probably seen the video of the weird tsunami creature that they captured on film. Hello, Danielle, aka Danny D, or Danid, or however you pronounce that last name on there. Hello! Oh, wow, I've got 6 people in the live stream. Sweet! Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at the fact that it's another thing I find amusing. How, for channels like mine, you get excited when you see 6 people in a live stream, when other channels have like several hundred people in at a time. I just personally find that amusing. But you know, it is what it is. Enjoy the little things, so to speak. You know, if I'm getting that many, that's a lot for my live stream, so that's pretty darn cool. And nah, too many fakes came out for that stuff after earthquakes. However, I did go play on the dock that floated from Japan to Oregon Beach. Wow. That is amazing that it stayed intact on the ocean for that distance of a time. Wait, what did I just say? For that long of a distance, and dude, what are you doing? Thanks for taking up half the lane, you freaking jerk! Okay, get that turned back down. Okay, I'm just warning everybody now, I'm heading into an area that's a little bit of a dead zone, so if connection starts getting bad, I may have to go ahead and end the live stream pretty soon. But, oh, hey David, welcome to the live stream. We were just talking about you earlier. Okay, weather's not nearly as bad here. Or maybe it just doesn't seem as bad because I'm not on the highway anymore. I don't know. They were huge to Oregon. Yeah, I think I actually took a photo of me and my boyfriend at the same time there and posted it on their website. My random 2 minutes little internet fame. Hope some that good. It's always amusing reading David's texts, I can tell you that. Okay, well, crap. Now I gotta think of something else to talk about here. I've just completely had a brain fart. What the heck? What is that out in the field? I think there's a hawk out in that field out there. Okay, well... I have no idea what the heck you're trying to say. Am I on my way to work? No, I actually just got out of work. I'm heading home. I don't have to work my other job today. I don't have to do that until tomorrow. And sadly, I'm not going to be working in Denver again until the 12th of April, I think. So for that, yeah, I'm not going to be working that for a while, sadly. But that's because lately they really have not had very many massage events going on. They've had a lot more P&F stretching events going on than they have massage lately, which sucks for me. But, you know, what can you do? I'm still working full-time Domino's, so I'm still getting a good paycheck there. It just kind of sucks, because I really enjoy getting to go up there and work on people. You know, that's the whole reason I started doing massage in the first place, was to help people out. You know, it's great when you have people that come in and just like, oh, my shoulders are a little sore or something like that. But it's a big difference when you can really work on someone who you can tell genuinely needs it. Like, I remember one of the events I worked, I was the only therapist that time. And there was a guy who was in so much back pain, he literally couldn't get up off the floor. He was laying on the floor in pain. I was hoping to find out you lived around me so I could order from you. I have been seriously contemplating doing mobile massage, but I don't think I'm going to make a trip to Oregon just for a massage, unfortunately. But if I'm ever up in Oregon for any reason, I will let you know, and maybe we can hook up for it or something. Oh, you order Domino's. So you're not talking about ordering a massage, you're talking about ordering Domino's. There's actually quite a few, there's actually quite a few businesses out there that do mobile massage. They don't necessarily like have a van or anything. They just have a regular car like I do, and they take their table or their chair, and they go to the client's house and perform the massage there. So that way it's in the comfort of the client's home. They don't have to worry about going anywhere specific. And, you know, it's a really cool thing to do. And technically I kind of already have a bit of a mobile massage business. I don't have very many clients yet, but there are a few people that I do go to their house to give them a massage when they need it. So, you know, that's something. Trying to build up a clientele is definitely tough. But I'm taking it one step at a time. Glass Buttes is in Oregon, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Glass Buttes is in Oregon, so if there's any chance I could possibly get a trip to Oregon to go up to Glass Buttes, then who knows? And we're heading. Hello, everybody. I'm back, but probably not for very long. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to wrap up this live stream here. I really hope everything gets better for you there. I am very sorry to hear about the flooding in your house. You might have mentioned that before, but I honestly don't quite remember it. So, again, I'm sorry for that. I really hope everything gets better for you there. But for now, because we are in the bad reception area, I'm going to go ahead. What the hell did I just say? I think I just ran over a puddle. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream now because we are actually at 50 minutes. Holy crap. So, stream doom. That sounds about right. Alright, yes. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you everybody that was able to tune in. And thank you to everybody who will be watching this in post. Again, please be sure to check out everyone's channels that I have mentioned here today. Be sure to check out Zombie Go Boom's new video to see my beautiful face there. And until next time, we will... Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Bowmaster619 out. As always, drive safe, take care, and we'll see you next time.